Welcome back, everyone, to another deep dive explainer. Unless you've been living under a rock, you know that artificial intelligence is literally everywhere right now. But today, we're looking way past the hype. We're going to focus on the hard reality of what it actually takes to make AI profitable for an enterprise. We're unpacking the absolute stunners from Palantir's 2026 Q1 earnings call, which, quite frankly, completely flips the script on how businesses should be utilizing AI technology.
Okay, let's dive into this because this question right here, it represents the collective frustration of executives worldwide. Think about it for a second. Most companies have completely rushed to bring ChatGPT, Claude, or other AI bots into their workflows. And what's the actual result? They're using incredibly advanced, state-of-the-art technology to draft a few emails, or maybe summarize some meeting notes. I mean, it's helpful, sure, but it is fundamentally failing to solve real, complex, multi-million-dollar commercial problems.
Section 1. AI's broken enterprise promise.
There's this massive disconnect happening right now. Having a smart AI chatbot on your company intranet simply does not equal actual commercial ROI. It doesn't fix your supply chain, it doesn't balance your budget, and it definitely doesn't actively manage your inventory. During the 2026 first quarter earnings call, Palantir CEO Alex Karp dropped a total bombshell on the industry. With his usual intense, serious demeanor, Karp stated outright that most people's fundamental understanding of enterprise AI is just completely, totally wrong. People are treating AI like a magic pill, expecting a tech bot to somehow run a global corporation. Actually, scratch that, expecting it to run even a basic operation. Palantir argues that this entire perspective is completely backward.
Moving on to Section 2. Engine versus operating system.
And this brilliantly illustrates the core conflict, using a fantastic analogy from Palantir's CTO, Shyam Sankar. To understand why the rest of the market is getting it wrong, think about a large language model, an LLM, as a massively powerful airplane engine. It's got incredible thrust, incredible potential. But if you just have an engine sitting on the tarmac, you aren't going anywhere, right? Palantir's artificial intelligence platform, or AIP, is the entire Boeing 747. It has the wings, the landing gear, the dashboard, and crucially, the flight control system necessary to actually take that engine's power and safely fly passengers across the ocean. Let's break down exactly what that means in practice. LLMs are fundamentally designed to process text and calculate probabilities. They are unbelievably good at guessing what the next word in a sentence should be. But they're trapped in the realm of text. AEI, on the flip side, operates as a complete enterprise operating system. It isn't just generating clever dialogue. It's actively orchestrating a company's full resources across literally every department.
Which brings us to Section 3. The power of ontology.
Now, here lies Palantir's absolutely strongest moat against the biggest problem plaguing modern AI, hallucinations. So what exactly is an ontology anyway? Simply put, it's a logical virtual twin that understands what your data actually represents in the real world. You see, standard AI looks at a company's backend and just sees a messy, chaotic pile of Excel spreadsheets, database queries, and raw code. But Palantir's AIP uses ontology to transform that raw code into physical business assets. It recognizes that a specific cell in a database isn't just a random number. No, it represents a real-life gear, a cargo plane, a specific employee, or a legally binding contract.
Let's move to and see how this builds a logical ripple effect, enabling real-world reasoning. Because AIP understands physical reality through its ontology, it can calculate these massive ripple effects automatically. If it detects that a shipment of Part A is going to be 2 days late, it doesn't just spit out a text summary apologizing for the delay. It knows exactly how that delay halts production line B, which then means Order C will miss its delivery window, which ultimately triggers a specific financial compensation clause. Standard AI hallucinates because it doesn't actually know your company. AIP doesn't hallucinate because it's reasoning within a verified, logical twin of your actual, living business.
Let's look at Section 4, the rise of autonomous agents.
Once you have a system truly grounded in reality, the technology takes a massive leap forward. AI suddenly evolves from a passive tool you just chat with into an active worker doing the heavy lifting. Imagine a real-time crisis. Step 1, a massive storm completely breaks your global supply chain. In the past, humans would scramble to run database queries. But with AI, Step 2 happens automatically. The system immediately deploys dozens of autonomous agents in the background to instantly check all global inventory levels. Step 3, other agents simultaneously contact alternate suppliers and calculate entirely new logistical routing. Finally, Step 4, the system presents you with fully verified solutions.
You review the plan, click one button, and the agents execute the fix across your entire network. It's like a giant puzzle solving itself in real time. This completely changes how we measure AI usage. As Karp noted, current token consumption isn't humans chatting. It's AI working tirelessly in the background. When you see massive compute costs being rocked up on Palantir's platform, it's not because employees are having a blast chatting with a bot. It is because these autonomous agents are working day and night, running thousands of simulations, optimizing logistics, and solving critical crises before human managers even log on for their morning coffee. Next up, Section 5, the Jevons Paradox Effect. This incredible volume of automated work elevates our whole discussion from pure software engineering into a highly sophisticated economic strategy. Ever heard of the Jevons Paradox? It's an economic principle stating that when a resource becomes cheaper and more efficient to use, overall demand and consumption for that resource actually explodes. You might think greater efficiency means we use less of something, right? But historically, the exact opposite is true. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how perfectly this economic theory applies to Palantir's data right now. We're seeing the sheer cost of running underlying large language models absolutely plummet. We're talking dropping by a factor of 1,000. And because that underlying engine is suddenly dirt cheap, Palantir's enterprise demand is absolutely skyrocketing. They can now deploy thousands of those autonomous profit-generating agents for their clients at unbelievably low costs. They are literally turning AI from a novelty toy into a highly profitable, scalable machine. Which leads us to our final point, Section 6. Execution is the future. The dust is finally settling on the initial AI hype cycle, and the line between the winners and the losers is becoming crystal clear. As Alex Kurp boldly warned, companies just slapping LLMs onto their PowerPoint presentations to impress investors are going to be completely exposed. The market is waking up, folks. So the crucial point is, the true winners in the next decade of business will be the companies that can actually execute real-world decisions with accountability. If your AI can't take an action, verify the result, and physically improve the business, it's really just a gimmick. Palantir has essentially bet its entire future on being the operating system rather than just another engine. They've built the plane, they've mapped out reality with their ontology, and their agents are already flying the routes. So will this operating system philosophy keep Palantir permanently ahead in the global AI race? We really want to hear from you. Drop down into the comments and share your thoughts on whether execution will ultimately beat pure language generation. If you enjoyed this explainer, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you never miss out on our deep dives. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.